Hello, and a very warm welcome to this introductory video presentation. My name is Ant, and this is my first video. As you will see as we progress through it, I am absolutely awful at making videos. I think this is probably I don't know, maybe the 25th or 30th attempt now to actually shoot this video, so hopefully this will be the one. What I'd like to do in this video really is to just introduce my magazine, the Corvus magazine and Miscellany, which I and a few friends and colleagues have been working on now for maybe the last sort of 6 months at least. I'll also introduce you to myself a little bit and tell you a little bit about me and what I do and why. And also, obviously, I want to introduce the Patreon channel because that's going to be very important going forward to enable the magazine to grow and to continue. So first of all, a little bit about me. As I say, I mean, currently I'm an author, and I've been starting off with writing some children's books a few years ago, which were published and I've done sort of reasonably well. I've also done sort of illustrations for other people's work. This is one that I did last year for a young poet. An interesting book. I also do sometimes just illustrations for other people's books where I haven't really made any other major contribution. And I have one novel so far published, although I am working on both a sequel to this one and indeed another standalone novel. So that's really me in a nutshell. I mean, in terms of my sort of background, I'm an esotericist, metaphysicist, art historian, that type of thing. Really, nothing really very exciting, to be perfectly honest. But I've always had an interest and fascination with what I've sort of designated as LAMP, as an acronym: literature, art, music, and poetry. And it's long been an aspiration of mine to publish a magazine based upon those things. So I'm using software today called OBS, which I have to say, woefully unfamiliar with, but it seems really good, and hopefully I'm going to be able to operate it to the extent that I'm at least going to be able to show you the magazine cover. I hope so, at least. So if I sort of switch me off now, which I believe I can do over here. So this is my magazine cover. The name of the magazine is the Corvus magazine and Miscellany. It is modelled, and all this is explained in the editorial of the first edition. I should mention at this point, by the way, that although I am obviously looking for Patreon subscribers, the first edition is going to be given away completely for free. So if you want to read the magazine before deciding to take out a Patreon membership, that's obviously absolutely fine. You'll be able to download the magazine once it's published from my website. If you go over to my website, which is antoncorvus.org, which is on the screen, I hope, at this point. Yes, I believe it is. and you go to the page /magazine. If we can get that to load. The internet's been a little bit slow today. AntonCorvus.org /magazine is the page on which I talk about the magazine. As you can see, we've got the cover there, and it tells you a little bit about it. It tells you that it's modelled on some of the Victorian magazines, such as Blackwood's, Bentley's, the New Monthly Magazine. They're all hyperlinked if you want to go and have a look at those too. The Strand magazine also gets a mention, famous for serialising the Sherlock Holmes stories. So it's very much modelled on that sort of Victorian, late Victorian sort of magazine, genuine sort of magazine and miscellany. So there's lots of sort of quite random articles in there as well, not necessarily about art or poetry, just purely random things. All you need to do to register is just fill in your email and put any name you like in there, nickname, handle, whatever. And once it's published, then the system, I don't exactly know how this works. I think it's something called MailChimp, but I'm not really that isn't my province. And once it's published, it will get sent out to you entirely for free, and then you can have a look at it. So really, that is really as much as I wanted to say in this first introductory video. Please do go and register for that. Please do have a look. My Patreon page, where you may well already be watching this video, because this is where this video is intended to be posted primarily as on this Patreon page. But I think it's also going to get put up onto YouTube, maybe some of the other tubes, maybe Facebook. I'm not exactly sure. Again, that really is not my province. So please do have a look at my Patreon page as well, and see if that any of those membership tiers seem of interest to you. Obviously, from the magazine's perspective, in order for the magazine to thrive and grow, we will need to collect some subscribers, very clearly. Currently, obviously, we don't have any because the magazine hasn't launched yet. So this is a completely new venture as of the date of this video. So yeah, I mean that's it in a nutshell. Really, all I wanted to say for the first video. Please do go and have a look at that. And if I can get there I am. I think I'm back. I hope so. Anyway, we'll find out once we watch it. Goodness knows we've watched so many black screens this afternoon. We'll have to see. But hopefully this is the one that actually gets posted. And I think, yep, that's as much as I wanted to say for now. So thank you very much for your time and listening to me. I will be making a series of other videos to talk about the magazine in a little bit more detail, talk about some of the poetry, why it's chosen, why the poet's chosen, some of the artwork, why that's chosen, why the artist has been chosen. I'll be talking about the other contributors, because it's not just me. It's not. I didn't want to do that. I actually wanted to get as many people to contribute to this as possible, and I'm going to do another video where I'll talk about that in a little bit more detail. And also there's some interactive things like prize draws, which again I'm going to make individual videos for. So hopefully over the next few days there will appear up to maybe about 10 different individual videos on each of those different topics. Okay.